Namaste, beautiful beings of light. This is Belinda Pearl, and welcome to the Oracle. So today is Sagittarius full moon. Sagittarius full moon has a partial eclipse, so there's a shadow that's appearing on the full moon. The shadow is covering something up that we haven't wanted to look at. It's our own inner shadow. And then also the eclipse energy offers to us an opportunity to eclipse out of our life anything no longer needed. This moon is also activated by the South Node as well. There's an aspect with the South Node, and the South Node is about our past and our karma. So if we look back and see what it is that we really, really want to let go of, what are we ready to eclipse out of our storeroom of all our old pains? There's also this activation, a square with the sun and with the moon with Mars. So there's this inflammation energy, this fire energy, this raging energy, ready to get out the gates and make change happen now. There's also this activation with Eris and Pluto. Pluto and Capricorn have been having this dance with, or Pluto and Saturn have been having this dance also with Jupiter. So our structures are being reformed and reset. There's this resistance to the change because the change wants to come through. We're moving between ages, and so when there's a change between ages, there's always a resistance. And you look back in history, and this resistance has happened and rise, and it falls, and change happens. But there's always this place where it feels disturbing, and it's disturbing. We're in a place of despair and worry and anger and even depression. We've been sent home. We've been told to stay home. Now we're in this place where we want to come back into the world, and there's something else is being inflamed because it needs to happen. This change is ready, and the change is ripe. And the question is, are you ready for the change? Are you ready to step into a new earth, a new world? And there's this change that wants to come through. One, we have two options here. What's the state of your mind? What is the mindset you want to come in with? Are we coming in with a mindset with fear and anger and reaction? Are we coming in with a mindset of opportunity, of change, to reset, to really come into the world from the place of our heart, from the place of our strength, our inner strength, the strength that brings power through command, through loving, through divine love. And we move into this new era of divine love now. And then also with this full moon in Sagittarius, it's activating the great attractor, which is an anomaly, not a black hole, but it's an anomaly within this sort of, I don't know quite how to explain this, but it's almost like I've seen the imagery of what it looks like. It's like the cosmos, and it's like this entity, this energetic being, and within this energetic being is our solar system as well as our galaxy, and it's so tiny compared to this humongous energetic. And within this energetic is this vortex, this energy that attracts everything to it. It's at 14 degrees Sagittarius, and it's being activated, and this activation or this great attractor helps us to be prophetic. It helps us to have precognition, to see into the future. And so for all of us, this is being activated by this full moon. And Sagittarius is all about truth, seeking freedom and liberation from our boundaries and to go beyond, to learn something new, to embrace something new. And this newness is actually something that is a repetitive pattern that has come through the ages of humanity. There's been this time of conflict, unrest, civil unrest, to push the change through. And when we're going through these transitions from one age to the next, there is this resistance. Nobody wants to change. Everybody likes it the way it is. It's comfortable. There's this apparent status quo, but the status quo is not for everyone. It's being created by those that are in control. But now this humanity wants to rise, and we want to rise as one, and we want to make this change happen. And this is why everybody is being activated and wants this change to come through. At least those that are ready for change, to embrace a new world, to embrace this world as one. So let us see what guidance has for us today. And remembering that even whenever you listen to it, if you listen to it today on the full moon of Sagittarius, or you listen to it 2 years from now, knowing that this guidance is always true. So let us sit here together for a moment. Close your eyes. Find your breath in your body. Breathe in and breathe out. And as you sit here together with me, just clear your mind of all thoughts of having ideas or questions about what it is that you need. let us just be empty for this moment and simply ask guidance to give us what it is that we need to know now. Take another deep breath in. Breathe all the breath out. Let it all go. No questions, no ideas, no projections, just being an empty, hollow bone. Take another deep breath. Exhale all the breath out. Let us see what guidance has to offer to us today. And I'm going to pull another card because there's some interesting energy here, and I'll show you the card too. So this color keeps coming up too. It's this color of like almost apatite is a stone that you could see, this beautiful blue that calls for this imagination. We've been tied to something. We've been tied to this old way of being. And actually, in fact, this looks like the divine feminine that wants to rise, but she's been in retreat. She took into retreat so that she could come back into the world as a savior for humanity. And this is what we've been going through. I think it was like 1996, the divine feminine energy started rising more and more. 2000, she started coming in more and more. She still has her hands tied, but she wants to break free. And we are those that wish to break free. The card says an idea connected to imagination, creativity, and nature is coming your way. What is it that you're not seeing? We're striving for love. There's a heart that's right at the top of this. We're striving for that, but our hands feel tied. We feel bound, but we so want to break free. The other card that kind of came out too, and this came out earlier too as well, it says strength. It says, Goddess of strength, stand up for what we believe. You will gain respect by holding your ground. So this card came out earlier too. Actually, I have to tell you the truth. I did a video but the mute was on, and so this card came out previously too, and I wanted to share this with you because there's something that we're not seeing, but it wants to come forward. There's energy that's pointing towards us. We've been activating our minds. We have new thoughts, new thinking, new vibrations that want to come in, that want us to hear it, to take this change. It's time for us to be in this place of our heart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pull from another deck some cards and just give a little bit more energy behind this to see what it is that guidance wants us to understand from this, where we feel tied, but we want to break free. There's something that's behind us that's being activated, that wants to be pointed at, that wants to come through. Our minds are being changed. We need to see that way through. So this thing about connected to our imagination and creativity and nature, our own inner instincts that want to be birthed. There's this tree here, which is the tree of life, the tree of wisdom, that also is here activating, wanting us to hear this aspect of divine healing. This is this color too, that apatite, that blue color, is this color of divine healing that really wants to be seen in the world. We are suppressing this idea of love, or we see that love is out of our reach, but in fact love is within us. So it's time for us to step into this place of strength and courage. Let me see here. See the tree? We have tree energy all the way. Being connected and grounded, and see here, there's the heart that's over here, and then this is always backwards, and then there's the heart over here. So this heart over here is showing us that it's time for us to be in love. And if you see, there's bindings around both here and here. So we've been bounded. It's like people being arrested, bounded, because this energy wants to be bounded. They want us to be bound. But in fact, it's time for us to break free. It's time for us to stand into this place of our strength. So earth connection, it says on this card, it says Goddess of Earth. So it's time for us to earth down, to find our feet, to find our tribes, and to move into the world. And trees, they are rooted, they are grounded, they're connected to earth. This is our earth walk. They also grow up to spirit. You can see here the branches, you can see in a tree, they grow up to spirit. So being that tree, within the acorn is this whole oak tree that really is going to be birthed, and it's going to be born from that acorn, and that is also within inside of us. So this idea of everything that we've had within inside of us, our past as well, that is written in the rings of a tree, is written within us. Our past is written within us, and now we have this opportunity to break free, to break into something new, to bring out what that has been lost and hasn't been shown, bring it to the forefront. Her heart is hidden here. The heart wants to come through. It feels like it's out of touch, but then it comes and manifests in a place where it's in the place that we need to be. And see how she's being released. She's in this place of her own inner mind where she needs to be. She feels contained. This is us. We feel contained. But then when you come to this last picture, we are freed from that place. The tree herself is freed too, which is this aspect of divine feminine. I'm going to take another card just because guidance is asking me to take another card. And see, again, this is all the Sagittarian energy. We have to speak out in our truth. Say what it is that we need. Articulate it really clearly, which is this color too, this blue. Articulate it very clearly, that activation of the throat. Sagittarius energy wants you to do that too. So let us see another card as we shuffle the pack, asking for guidance to be a little bit clearer. And it says a gateway, so this great attractor, which is really interesting too, because the Sagittarius moon is activating this great attractor, which is this portal to 5D. So we are being ushered through a portal of change. The unknown is on the other side. There's something else that I really see in this card too. It looks like an eye, it looks like a fish, it looks like water, and a reflection too. When I see it from here and I look at it, it reminds me of the Christian fish. And I've been hearing and seeing and hearing these prophecies too. You believe what you believe, right? But there's prophecies too about people are talking about the second coming of Christ just based on the prophecies written in the Bible. So it's funny, from this particular angle, I see that Christian fish. So that's an interesting aspect, that this portal, 5D, Christ consciousness, that wants to come through. I feel that we are being supported, even if we feel suppressed, even if we feel contained and tied. There's a strength that wants to come through, and it's this portal. So let us tune in to this full moon energy. There's a reason why this full moon is aligning with this great attractor. There's opportunity. It's opportunity for us to see a higher vision for ourselves, for yourself, for the world self too, for the human race, for humanity. Because we know this from the pandemic, we cannot carry on the way we've been carrying on. Things need to change. So we're going through a portal of great change. It's time to step into a new beingness, and it asks us to be free. It asks us to stand into that place of our strength, to untangle ourselves from the past, and to root and ground ourselves, to come from that rooted groundedness. So the portal is open for all of us to move through. The choice is it, do you want to move through to that new portal of peace? So take that with you as an intention, as an idea for this full moon, for your own ceremony, for whatever's coming up next. So from my heart to yours, may you always be blessed. Namaste. And again, this is Belinda Pearl, and you can always find me at belindapearl.com. You can also support me on Patreon. You go to patreon.com, live an illuminated life. You can sign up there. I've got different tiers. You can also subscribe below and say hello, and I'll see you all again soon. Namaste.